Welcome to video number 2 in our series to help you think like an executive leader. So let's talk about work styles. When I was 16 and started working at the YMCA, I made sure that I would save my money for the year so I could take summers off and just lie in the sun, do whatever I want during the summers. And then once school year came again, I'd work as much as I could to make the money and save it again. So I've kept that same pattern as an adult. I realize I do a lot of upfront work. I grind. I make sure that whatever I'm building will be launched successfully so it can get results that will support me for as long as I need it to while I rest. And then I'm back to grinding again, adding more value, producing more output so I can get even better results than last time. And I rest again. This is my work style. And as you get to the worksheet section of the Learning Center to map out strategies and to make a business plan, it's important to keep in mind what your work style is. This is going to come into play when you're forming a business model or pricing structures. You have to, as a solopreneur, which is the first phase of business before you can hire a team, you're going to have to put in more hours and spread yourself a little bit thin just to get everything done. That is, unless, of course, you have the money to buy help right away. So if you're in this free learning center, it's most likely you aren't able to do that, which is why you're here learning how to think like a CEO and plan everything for yourself so you can outsource when you're able to. What is your work style? Think about patterns in the past. Do you work consistently? Do you do well in chaos? Do you do well when you're relaxed? I used to find that I worked very well under pressure and chaos, and I realized the toll it was taking on my body and my mental health. So I would encourage you, when you're studying in this free learning center, to also really pay attention to your body, pay attention to what quote unquote feels good. When you're doing this, you should not be putting any pressure on yourself. When you're using your mind, there should be no pressure. You're just existing, you're just showing up with an open mind to learn. And as you're doing the work, if there's pressure, you have to have these conversations with yourself. Tell yourself that, hey, you can relax. We're doing this. The work is being done. It's only a matter of time before we see the results. Okay? And just allow yourself to go through this process. Allow yourself to wait. Allow yourself to be patient. Because instant gratification is not a reality when you're building your own business. So, find your work style, and when you understand what that looks like for you, make sure you incorporate that into your business models and into your pricing structures. I'll give you examples. My business model is a signature program. This means I build not as I go, but I build before I go, okay? So if this feels good to you, if you have the financial means to build before you go, meaning maybe you have a full-time job or you have other income where you're not really needing the money right now, then I think this model will work for you. The signature program business model requires charging for value rather than time. So it doesn't matter how many hours you put into your business. It doesn't matter how many hours it takes to serve your clients. What matters is the value you're producing for them. A signature program can serve many clients at once. And so the payoff of my time, of my back-end working, is big. It's going to be more time spent serving my clients, more time spent marketing, and providing higher value that will go back to my business later on. And there's a difference between serving your clients and serving your business. Okay, you'll see that in another video. But now let's talk about the price structure more. Your work style will affect the pricing structure because how you price will also depend how much you work. If you want to work less, then you need to have a value-based pay structure where you're working less, serving more people at once, okay? And so it's up to you. Do you charge less to serve more people, or do you charge more to serve fewer people? That's all up to your own evaluations of the cost of energy and time. Another thing you have to consider is what to do first, building or asking for money. And it depends what you're building. If you need more money to build, you might want to create a wait list or ask for money before you build something. And yes, people will pay for something before there's proof that it exists. It's just about your ability to sell it and about your ability to prove the concept. And the business plan will help with that. So know that you have options. These are the things that you need to think about as CEO of your vision. So keep this in mind as you're making a pricing structure and your business model, as well as a business plan. Have fun reverse engineering, and as always, I'm cheering you on.